Andre the Giant. Our guest here today, not only could he body slam Andre the Giant, he could probably put Andre in a cradle and make him say uncle. Sir, if you would, tell us who you are.
I'm Carter Guillaume from Xavier High School.
And you are a two-time state wrestling champion, heavyweight, 2023 and 2024, like I said, for St. Xavier. And just a phenomenal career, winning it the way you did in 23 and 24. So we start everybody off with the standard question of, because everybody has such a great answer, such a unique answer, what gets you into wrestling? How do you find it?
It was my first grade year, and my dad brought it up. I was like, all right, sure, I'll try it. So I tried it, and I liked it. But the next year, I just decided to go and try and play basketball, which that didn't work out. So third grade, went back to it, and then stuck with it.
That's cool, man. Now, what did you stay with the St. Xavier feeder program, or did you start with somebody else? Or so is that's what, River City, correct?
River City, yes,
okay,
sir.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought it was. And the so many I don't want to use the word youngsters, but so many people that we've done videos with for the last, I would say, going back probably, I would say 10, 15 years or so now, from we're filming this in March of 24, have said that they were at some point in the River City program. So a lot of state champions have come out, a lot of great, not necessarily champions, just state placers, great wrestlers have come through that program. And being in it as long as you have, man, it shows. You know, I've got to officiate in several state duels meets and different meets along the way, man. Just phenomenal for somebody. I mean, you're a big dude. There's no getting around. You're probably what, 6'3", 6'4"?
6'2", yeah.
6'2", okay. I know you're taller than me, and 280, right?
275 around there, yeah.
275, 280. I mean, you're just a big dude, but not just, you didn't win your matches, you didn't win your state championships just being big. You have technique, and it shows that you grew up on mats and you competed, and just like I said, at River City, man, they can do wonders at River City.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is your 23 video, of course, and we like to go through the state tournament runs before you actually win the state championship. 2021, 220 pounds as a freshman, you come in 6th place. And that, for those that need a reminder, that was the COVID year. They only took the top 2 from each region. Well, I'm sorry, let me say that again. They took the top 4 from each region, and then they took the top 2 from each semi-state. And if you know anything about the state of Kentucky wrestling, that Louisville region, pretty tough, pretty good wrestling coming out of that region. So to be one of the 2 as a freshman to come out, especially at that 220, man, there's some animals at 220. They really are. And you're able to come out, able to place. It's got to be a good feeling. Maybe not the result you wanted. It was a weird year, we know that, but still, you're there. You get the experience. The state tournament, no matter how many matches you wrestle, how many meets you go to, the state tournament always has a different feel. You can just tell this is different. It might be wrestling, but it's different. It just feels different. Now, 2022, the world's starting to get back in some sense of order, some sense of normalcy, if you will. You're a sophomore, heavyweight. You're on the channel already. We met with AJ Harvey from Christian County, and of course, AJ wins that match. It was a good match. It really was. I think he may just caught you there at the end.
Yeah.
Got you. And it happens. It does. But nevertheless, you get that experience of being in the finals, being on the main mat, even though it was at GRC's gym. You still get the feeling of the eyes of the state are on me.
Yeah.
AJ was a senior coming into that junior year. Everybody like, all right, it's Carter's to lose. Is that the way you felt? That like it was you'd been there. You were one spot short of coming up with the big gold medal. Did you feel like coming into that junior year, this is my state championship to lose?
Definitely.
Okay. I got you.
That second place finish really fueled me in the off season. I ended up putting these two right outside my door, so when I'd open it in the morning, I could hear it hitting. I was like,
that's a great reminder. And speaking of little mementos like that, we done a video with 1987 state champion from St. Xavier, Mark Ullman, and he beat Dave Barnes in that. I think it was the 126 finals, and back like 87 through like 94, 95, somewhere in that neighborhood. There was a organization called, I think it was called the Friends of Kentucky Wrestling. And every other year but 87, they would have, like for the face-off, they would have wrestlers come out and they would take like a photo, and they would send both the losing school and the winning school like a really nice print, really nice photo of the wrestlers. And Dave's family got the one from the school, and his dad put up the that photo of Mark winning it. And Dave was like, I looked at that every single day coming down my steps, and Dave had like a black eye. Just he got beat, and for some reason in 87 they done it after the match, so everybody was wore out, everybody's gassed, sweaty, all this kind of stuff. So visualization works, guys, whether or not you believe in it, whether or not you're familiar with it. Visualization of what you not want. We don't want implies lack. Want implies that you don't have it. But visualization of this is mine. I am winning this state championship. There's nobody going to outwork me. There's nobody that's going to work harder in the weight room, work harder in the mat room than me. It pays dividends. And this series is an exact product of visualization. And Carter's 2 state championships is a product of his visualization as well. I can understand seeing those medals, man. Just like,
yeah.
Come on. I want to wrestle right now. And of course, before we talk about your wrestling, I have to imagine there's no way you can walk the halls of St. Xavier and not play football, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was wanting to lead into that. St. Xavier has an absolutely phenomenal football program, one of the best football programs in the state. Our good buddy, Tendai Cherisika, 3-time state champion from St. Xavier. He's a football player. He went on to U of L and played football. Was running back. Man, Tendai, even though he's been out of school now going on 30 years, my man can still win it, son.
Yeah.
He's a monster. First time I met him, I was like, my God, son, what are we training for? The American Gladiators? Are they doing open casting call here? Yeah, Tendai's tough.
Yeah, he's put together.
Mm-hmm. He still got it. I told him, I was like, man, you could do it. You could still do it. So you play football. I'm going to have to imagine offensive line, correct?
Yes, sir. I play center.
Play center. And the parallels of what wrestling teaches you and what translates over to the football field, there's a reason why certain schools that maybe didn't have the best football program, they get the wrestling going, and then you start seeing their football start raising. I think the best example is one of the best examples is Johnson Central. They had pretty good football program, pretty good wrestling program. Coach Jim Matney comes over, and just some of the names, your J.J. Judes, your Matt Horns, your Byron Pierce, 2-time heavyweight state champion, Jordan Blanton, Ryan Harlows, all these guys wrestled for Coach Matney. Reese Goss won it in 23 or 22 as well. And if you are a parent watching this, a guardian, even a youngster watching this, and your school has football and wrestling, at least go out and try it. At least go out and try it, because especially if you play defense. If you play defense for your football team, even if you don't want to compete, go out and learn some takedowns. Go out and learn how to wrap somebody up. Go out and learn like a proper bear hug. because you'd be surprised if you just know a couple little wrestling techniques, how much better you'd be at bringing somebody down. I promise you. I promise you. And I can't imagine too many people wanting to line up against you on the other side of the ball, seeing, the stadium lights kind of dim whenever you walk in front of them. I'm like, hey, Carter, man, wherever the ball's going, I'll just get out of the way, man. You just tell me and I'll move. I ain't trying to get ran over today. So your junior season, heavyweight 2023, coming into the state tournament, you have a record of 42-6. So a pretty good record. And thing about St. Xavier, and we said in other videos, it's not like you guys are just going and wrestling first-year teams. You're not going and wrestling scrubs. You're going Indiana, probably Illinois, Ohio, different places, the best Kentucky teams, because everybody wants to beat St. Xavier. St. Xavier's a name. It's a brand. It is. No matter what sport it is, basketball, football, tiddlywinks, wrestling, whatever, if you can say you beat St. Xavier in anything, some people can, that's their crowning achievement at their athletic life. I mean, it just is.
It's target.
And so everybody, especially you coming back as a state runner-up, everybody has access to track. Everybody knows that, my God, look at this big dude. That's Carter, man. He's state runner-up. When you come into that junior season, October 15th, which I guess you're still playing football. So after football ends, you come in and you're like, I'm tired of looking at that bronze. I'm tired of looking at that silver. It's time to add a gold to it. Give us what you done, and then kind of talk to the underclassmen coming up about how you got from the silver to the gold in that sophomore to junior season.
I think my biggest jump was being in the weight room. I've always liked the weight room, but after that loss, I'd be going from practice, go to the gym after with my friends, and then just push myself as hard as I could. Like when you're in practice and you're super tired, and you just get that feeling in the back of your mind. You're like, I remember that feeling of laying on the mat, just like so disappointed. That makes you push harder.
And I can understand that, man. I really can. We've all, if you wrestled at some point, everybody's kind of looked up at the lights and had to count them and told hey, you've got 2 lights out over here or whatever, and it's no fun. It isn't. So that knowing that feeling, I guess, was burned into your DNA of like, I'm never going to do this again. This is it. It ends right here. I guess that's a great motivator, because there are some days that your body feels tired. There's some days it's, maybe snowing, you want to lay in the house, or can't get outside or whatever. Okay, fine. If you want to have that feeling again, Buster, be my guest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't work out. Don't go to the weight room. Don't go to practice. Somebody else will. So let's go over your bracket. In the first round, you win by fall over. You got your bracket right there with you? All right. I love having the brackets, man. Those are great. You start off with a fall over Ishmael Simmons of Tate's Creek, 1 minute and 58 seconds. You get to the quarters, you win a 7-0 decision over Brady Atkins of Johnson Central.
He's a big guy.
Yeah. Brady had a disappointing season. He got hurt in a tournament towards ACL, and he didn't get to compete after the first of the year. I'm sure he'll be back though with a vengeance now that you've moved. You and Steph has moved on to greener pastures, if you will. I'm sure he's probably chomping at the bit to get back out there. But you get to the semifinals. You're wrestling Jimmy Mooney from Paducah Tillman, and you win a squeaker, man, 3-2. Talk to us. Tell us about it.
Oh, that was a crazy match. It was a lot of just body on body, and I ended up hitting a little throw that slipped out of it, kept my feet moving, went around, got the 2, but it was close.
And I was, of course, I was at the 23 state tournament, and whenever I was getting your bracket ready, I was like trying to go back in my head, but I was like, I don't have any don't have any memory of it, so I have to go back on track or flow and watch it. That way I can kind of throw in a little clip of it. Now you get to the finals in 23, and you're wrestling Stephen Whitehead from Madison Southern. Now we're not going to tell you guys the score. We have the Parade of Champions, face-off match, and then the award ceremony. Had you wrestled him before this?
I had not. I hadn't seen him wrestle at all.
It's the battle of Louisville versus Richmond, and the two heavyweights. I could be mistaken, but I think he was coming into this match undefeated. Am I right about that?
He was.
Okay, yep. I thought so. I thought I saw that on track. So we're going to pull up the match video here, man. You guys are seeing what we're seeing. This is our last year at GRC, George Rogers Clark's gym in Winchester. Beautiful facility, but I mean, it was our last year here. We'll talk about it more in the 24 video. But you guys and now the girls deserve to be in an arena. You know what I mean? Nothing against GRC, the school, the people that put it on, the KHSAA, but a state championship, man, needs to be in an arena. But nevertheless, here we go. Let's see.
That was me in the white.
Okay, I thought so.
And Steven was right in front of me.
And I'm sitting here on the front row, camera. Whenever they moved the bleachers out, I was the first one down there. I was like, I'm sitting right here, ain't nobody getting in my way. Everybody recognized me.
Junior from St. Xavier with a record of 45-6, Carter Guillaume. A junior from Madison Southern with a record of 50-0, Stephen Whitehead.
Coming in, man, 50-0.
And at the 215-pound weight class,
I'm going to turn down the volume just a little bit here.
All right.
You've got Andrew Dennison as the head official and Joe Catan as the assistant. You hand Andrew your ankle bands. I think that's a common practice here. These don't fit, Mr. Official. I think you've done that to me a bunch of times.
Saves a little energy, too.
It does. You're right. It does. Now, I believe your mom is sitting like directly beside me, so you'll hear her scream the whole time.
Yeah.
All right, man. There she is already. From neutral, what are we looking to do here? What's your go-to bread and butter, takedown, throw, whatever?
With not seeing him wrestle, I was trying to feel him out a little bit, see what he wanted to go to, and also was trying to be heavy on the head and get him to the edge of the mat where I could take my shots.
I got you. Good. We're neutral. Like I said, you've got two of the best officials you could have out there.
Yeah, he was really heavy on that wrist and getting to that rush from there.
Right there, he was, there we go. Like he was trying like some type of like Russian or some type of drag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'd try and get to that single leg from there.
Mm-hmm. Mom's telling you to be strong.
Yeah.
All right, so we've went almost the whole period feeling each other out. Like, had you kind of got a sense of what he was good at or what you could hit on him from just this opening period here?
Definitely. I knew I was going to have to fight that Russian the whole time. That's what he wanted. So I was going to try to bait that. And then, we were just pushing in and getting to the edge a lot. So I started to get my shots ready.
He wins the toss and takes down,
yeah.
Which I'm not saying is kind of surprising. I guess you want to get points on the board. But on top, what are we looking to do here? Well, I guess you just cut him, so.
Yeah, I like working from my feet more, so I really didn't waste a lot of time. But my dad was actually on the floor taking pictures, and that was pretty cool. They let him on the floor.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. And if the camera moves, I'm standing up so people's heads in the way.
Yeah. I think here's where I start working my offense a little more.
Mm-hmm.
That was my
actually, brother. Andrew Dennison, I've done a review video with him about this match because it's such a good match, heavyweight wise. All right, so he hits Whitehead for stalling right there.
Yeah.
I have to agree with it. That was an excellent call by Andrew.
See, there he was on the wrist again. I tried to get that away.
Yep.
Come on, Cart!
All right, we wrestle out of bounds. We're neutral. 31 seconds to go.
Be strong! Come on, Cart!
I started having my dad film my videos this season.
I got you. Yeah, it was. I was sitting there, and then I didn't know who she was, and as soon as the match started, I was like, I know who that is. First right out of the game.
And I definitely didn't get my size from my mom. She's tiny.
You take down here, and I'm sure the plan is just get up and get to my feet and get the one, right?
Here I was getting a little breather.
Okay.
So I was letting them do a little bit of work on me. But
Now, when he's working, did you feel like I might get turned here, or oh no, this? Okay, I got you.
That's why I was letting him do a little bit of it, trying to wear himself out a little bit while I was taking a little break. But
no, that's smart, man. They call that a tactical risk.
Yes. And then I knew he couldn't hold me down, so
right.
I was comfortable.
All right, so we're tied up 1-1. He's been hit for stalling. I don't think you have yet.
No, not.
And we got 1 minute left. There we go. You shoot in. Nothing.
Yep. Bring my knees.
Yep. We're out. We're neutral. Good job there. Good work.
It's when the feeling of losing that match last year gets in your head, and it's like, all right, I can't deal with losing another one. So you start to push yourself a little harder.
Right.
There's another one.
Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Out of bounds. 22 seconds left.
Get the underhook.
Yep. And he does. He backs up. He makes no effort to circle.
Yeah.
And Andrew hits him with stalling right there with 3 seconds left.
And I didn't know he called stalling. So I'm sitting there. It takes me a minute. I look at my coaches. They're going crazy. And I was like, I just won. But I thought I got 2. So, and then I looked at the bracket and it said 2-1. I told my partner at the time, Andrew Caston, I was like, they made a mistake. It's supposed to be 3-1. He's like, no, they called stalling on him. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was an excellent call by Andrew. It really was. Of course, here's the medal ceremony.
Madison Southern, Stephen Whitehead. And ladies and gentlemen, your 285-pound state champion from St. Xavier, Carter Guillaume.
And there you are, man. You can finally add a gold to that collection.
Yeah.
You make it to the top. You're almost touching the top of that banister there, or that mezzanine.
Yeah.
Man, excellent performance. Excellent performance in the finals. And that's where this video ends. And I'm sure you've probably watched it back, 100 times or not more. But outside of you winning, did you stick to your game plan? Like, it doesn't look like, and I'm just, the matches I've got to see you wrestle over the years, whether it's actually officiating you or just spectating or whatever, like, it seems like in this match that you knew what you were good at, and it was basically letting him, all right, you're going to have to beat me. I'm not going to beat myself, right?
Yeah.
And
I was a lot more patient in that match because I knew he had good defense. So I was like, all right, wait for him to make a mistake or do something wrong where I can capitalize.
And you did, man. And capitalizing doesn't necessarily mean getting a takedown. It doesn't mean getting a reversal, near fall. You wrestled him, you pummeled him, and you basically backed him up without him circling because the pressure of you putting on him trying to go. And Andrew made the right call, stalling, won with 3 seconds left. And there's, no matter what you see, no matter what stories you've been told, there's nothing in the rule book that says stalling should not be called with less than X amount of seconds left, or you don't call stalling, in the state finals or whatever. That's not the way it works.
Yeah.
I think I called, because I got to officiate the 2020 state finals with Matthias Irvin and Deshaun Watkins from DeSales. And I believe I hit Watkins twice for backing out. Not like that, but just not making any effort to stay in. And I was like, guys, that's wrestling. You've got to make an effort to
the
stay
rules.
in. That's why the rules are in place like that. So to wrap up your 23 video, do you have anything you'd like to, say, add, or anything like that? Or
I got my ring here that I got to design.
And you'll, of course, you guys will see photos of that. We'll get Carter to send us some photos. We love adding photos in of the rings, and that, I think there's something behind you.
Yeah.
Now,
my dad's friend Mar painted this for me.
That's awesome, bro. It really is.
It was of this picture up here.
And that was the 23 season, correct?
Yes.
That's awesome. And what we'll do is we'll use that photo of you as the thumbnail. That way we can have have that immortalized on the channel, man. That's a great. St. Xavier has two. With this one, you have Hunter French throwing up the X in 2013 that was on the ring, and now this one. That's great, man.
It's huge. So.
Oh yeah, I can tell how big it is. My goodness, yeah. Did he hand painted that?
Yes, he did.
My goodness gracious.
He actually graduated with my dad from St. X.
Wow, buddy, that's a work of art right there. That's cool. That's awesome. So I think we've reached a good ending point on the 2023 video. Of course, you're a two-timer. We will see you guys in 2024. See you there.